With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken very short.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go. 36.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Hey, 0.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
14. 56.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Mike 57. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We got this.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down, Cook. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Mike 54.
They'll run for it with Cook. Nothing doing there. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Yeah.
So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. This is Bell. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Switch, switch, switch. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Go out. Hey, Haywood. Nickel, nickel. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Take 4, take 4. Yeah, fight.
Tannehill on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? And a big loss here as he's taken down. William Golston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Friday.
To throw is Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vita Vea in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
15 line. 15 line. Line 54. Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. 61. Matchbox lights. Now.
On second down, it's Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
No. Off. Check 3. Watch that.
Here's Bell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Smooth. Check 52. Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Ready.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They can't stop you, son.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, Charlie. Back. Yep. Move. Go.
Back to throw. Tannehill. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Set up, 30 base. Get up, get up, get up. Set up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Rock it. Hey, 2, 10. Shift. Now. 5.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Come on, set.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Hey, echo. I smell fear in that. Hey. Be driven.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Look at me. Go. Hey. High 7. Check. Fresno. 57's the mic. Yo, go. Now.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill rolling to his right. Incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Wahoo! Check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Tannehill throwing again. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Alpha. Double up. He's coming.
They snap it to Tannehill. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Let's go. 10-2 saw. Check. Watch it before. I'm coming.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Ready?
They'll give it to the fullback on the option. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Tight dog. Hey, Orbit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill steps away to his left. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Bucks with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. And it's
Go! 30 base. Switch up. Snap.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
Hey! Get it!
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, boy. Mike, check.
There's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check 59, Mike is 15. Bang out, bam, start.
Now Wilson.
Check 24. Watch the air.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Cook. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuffed the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down?
Check 43. Watch safety. Breaks 3. 218, chopper. Yes. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Tannehill. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Ready, set. Watch 57. Watch the slash. Go. Motion. Shoot.
On 1st down. Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Go. Give me some. Here we go. Pick the edge. Go. Yep. Deep dribble.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He'll let it fly for Austin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Golston able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check. Alert. 12. Slam.
Wilson dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56 to Mike. Hey, 0. I got listen.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson being chased out left. And no, it's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
65. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They run it again with Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a run with Cook. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And an alley to run. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Cut, flying 90. 56 at the mic. Oh, yeah. Slam. 14. Nice.
Throwing now is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line.
Fight 15. 19. 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. 56. Mike, 56. Let's go.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a two-point conversion.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a two-point conversion away from tying this game up. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Tampa Bay, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.